Chapter I. There was a man from the tribe of Ephraim named Elkanah who lived in the city of Ramah, in the hill country of Ephraim. He was the son of Jeraham, grandson of Elihu, great-grandson of Tohu, and great-great-grandson of Zuph. Elkanah had 2 wives, Hannah and Peninnah. Peninnah had children, but Hannah had none. Every year Elkanah would leave his city and go to Shiloh in order to worship and offer sacrifices to the Lord Almighty. Hophni and Phinehas, the sons of Eli, were priests of the Lord God in Shiloh. Each time Elkanah offered his sacrifice, he gave a portion to Peninnah and another portion to all her sons and daughters. But to Hannah he gave twice as much. Elkanah loved her very much, even though the Lord had not allowed her to have children. Peninnah, her rival, provoked and humiliated Hannah because the Lord had not allowed her to have children. This happened year after year. Whenever they went to the Lord's sanctuary, Peninnah irritated Hannah so much that she would only cry and would not eat anything. One day her husband Elkanah asked her, "Hannah, why are you crying? Why don't you eat? Why are you always sad? Am I not better for you than 10 sons?" Once they were in Shiloh and had just finished eating, Eli, the priest, was sitting in his chair at the door of the sacred tent. Then Hannah got up, distressed and weeping much, prayed to the Lord God, and made this solemn vow. "O Lord Almighty, look upon me, your servant. See my affliction and remember me. Do not forget your servant. If you give me a son, I promise that I will dedicate him to you for all his life, and he will never cut his hair." Hannah continued praying to the Lord for such a long time that Eli began to pay attention to her and noticed that her lips were moving, but no sound came out. Hannah was praying silently, but Eli thought she was drunk and said, "How long will you stay drunk? See if you stop drinking." "Sir, I am not drunk. I have not drunk wine nor beer. I am desperate," and was praying, telling my affliction to the Lord. "Do not think I am a woman without morals. I was praying that way because I am very unhappy and suffering. Go in peace. May the God of Israel give you what you have asked. May the Lord always think well of me." Hannah left, then ate something, and was no longer so sad. The next morning, Elkanah and his family got up early and worshipped the Lord God. Then they returned to their house in Ramah. Elkanah had relations with his wife Hannah, and the Lord answered her prayer. She became pregnant, and in due time gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel and explained, "I asked this son from the Lord God." Elkanah and his family went to Shiloh to offer to the Lord the annual sacrifice and the special sacrifice he had promised. Hannah, however, did not go. She said to her husband, "As soon as the boy is weaned, I will take him to the sanctuary of the Lord God, so that he may stay there all his life. Do what you think is best. Stay at home until he is weaned. May the Lord cause to be fulfilled the promise you have made." So Hannah stayed at home and nursed her son. After he was weaned, she took him to Shiloh. She also took a 3-year-old bull, 10 kilograms of flour, and a skin full of wine. Samuel was very young when his mother took him to the house of the Lord in Shiloh. Samuel's parents offered the bull as a sacrifice and took the boy to Eli. "My lord, I swear by your life that I am that woman you saw here standing and praying. I asked this child from the Lord God, and he gave me what I asked. Therefore now I am dedicating this boy to the Lord. As long as he lives, he will belong to the Lord." Then they worshipped God. Chapter 2. The Lord God filled my heart with joy. Because of what he has done, I walk with my head held high. I am laughing at my enemies, and I feel happy, for God has helped me. No one is holy like the Lord. There is no other God besides him, and there is no protector like our God. Do not go on boasting, and do not speak arrogant words anymore, for the Lord is a God who knows and judges everything that people do. The bows of strong soldiers are broken, but the weak soldiers become strong. Those who were once full now hire themselves out to earn food, but those who were hungry are now satisfied. The woman who could not have children gave birth to 7 sons, but the one who had many sons is left with none. The Lord God is the one who takes life and the one who gives it. It is he who sends a person to the world of the dead and makes them return from there. He makes some poor and others rich. He brings some down and raises others up. God lifts the poor from the dust and takes the needy out of misery. He makes the poor to be companions of princes and sets them in places of honor. The foundations of the earth belong to God, the Lord. He built the world upon them, protects the lives of those who are faithful to him. but lets the wicked vanish into darkness, for no one prevails by their own strength. The enemies of God, the Lord, will be destroyed, and he will thunder from heaven against them. The Lord will judge the whole world. He will give strength to his king and give victory to this king whom he has chosen. Then Elkanah returned to his house in Ramah, but the boy Samuel stayed in Shiloh. In the service of God, the Lord, as an assistant to the priest Eli, the sons of the priest Eli paid no attention to anything. They did not care about God, the Lord. They did not obey the regulations about what the priests had the right to demand from the people. When a man was offering his sacrifice, the priest's assistant would come with a 3-pronged fork. While the meat was cooking, he would stick the fork into the pot, and everything the fork brought up belonged to the priest. It was customary to do this every time an Israelite went to Shiloh to offer sacrifices. But even before the fat was removed from the burnt meat, the sons of Eli would order the priest's assistant to go and say to the one offering the sacrifice, "Give me a piece of meat for the priest to roast. We will not accept boiled meat from you, only raw meat." And if the man replied, "Let the fat be burned first, then you can take whatever you want," the priest's assistant would say, "No, give me the meat right now, or I will take it by force." Thus the sons of Eli treated with great contempt the offerings brought to God, the Lord. And to the Lord the sin of these young men was very serious. Samuel continued in the service of God, the Lord. Although still a boy, he wore a linen priestly robe. Hannah, his mother, every year made a tunic for him and brought it when she went with her husband to offer the annual sacrifice. Then Eli would bless Elkanah and his wife. "May the Lord God give you and Hannah, your wife, other children, to take the place of the one dedicated to him." Then they would return home. And the Lord blessed Hannah, and she had 3 more sons and 2 daughters. The boy Samuel grew in the service of God, the Lord. Eli was already very old. He heard about everything his sons were doing to the Israelites, and also that they were having relations with the women who worked at the entrance to the sacred tent. Then Eli said, "Why are you doing these things? Everyone tells me about the evil you are practicing. Stop this, my sons. I am hearing the people of the Lord God speak terrible things about you. If a person sins against another, the Lord can defend them. But who can defend the one who sins against God? But they did not listen to their father, for the Lord had decided to kill them. And the boy Samuel continued to grow, and both the Lord and the people liked him more and more. Then the prophet went to Eli and gave him this message from God. "The Lord, I revealed myself to your ancestor Aaron, when he and his family were slaves in Egypt. You know that I chose them from all the tribes of Israel to be my priests, to serve at the altar, to burn incense, and to wear the priestly robe in my presence. And I gave them the right to take a portion of the sacrifices burned on the altar. Why do you look with such greed at the sacrifices and offerings that I commanded to be made to me? Eli, why do you honor your sons more than me, letting them grow fat by eating the best part of all the sacrifices my people offer me? I, the Lord, the God of Israel, promised in the past that your family and your descendants would serve me forever as priests. But now I say that this will not continue, for I will honor those who honor me, but I will despise those who despise me. Look, the time is coming when I will kill all the young men of your family and your father's family, so that no man in your family will live to be old. You will face hardships and will be envious of all the good things that will return to the people of Israel. But no one in your family will live to be old. I will leave alive only one of your descendants, who will be my priest, but he will become blind and lose all hope. And all your other descendants will die a violent death. Hophni and Phinehas, your 2 sons, will die on the same day. And this will be proof to you that what I have said is true. I will choose for myself a faithful priest, and he will do everything I want. I will give him descendants who will always be in service to the king whom I choose. And all your other descendants who happen to remain alive will have to bow before the king to ask for money and food. And they will beg to help the priests so that they may have something to eat.